Hello everyone. So for today I thought we could make a tiny little mini journal, or not mini journal, mini filing folder. This is my sample one and I'll be showing you how I made this. First things first, I cut out some cardboard that's thin from, obviously, Super Pretzel soft sticks. This one was the other part of my Italian 5 cheese one, and I cut these at, I want to make sure they were both at 4.5 inches, just so then you know it's going to fit inside the journal. I didn't really mind what the length was, so I didn't really care. But I am going to have to double check and make sure it's at a good length. So this one's at 7.5 inches. So now I'm going to take this and glue these two on copy paper quick. I just did a refill on my art glitter glue, so I should be good there. This one I did glue a different piece of copy paper on it just because it was rather it was ripped on the inside, not just the outside, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go off and add some plainish paper, which is actually from my digital. So the length isn't really gonna matter too much. So that one's glued down. Now we're gonna flip this one over and glue down this one. It's easier to get your gluing done all at the same time if you're mass making this. And then we'll move on to our next step. You don't need to tear out the paper because you're gluing down your piece. Now, if you weren't gluing this down, I'd say, yeah, you want to tear off that paper, but again, we're covering it. It's not that big of a deal. So now we're going to cut this. And whatever decorative papers you decide to cut it, it's going to be our outside paper. So the outside part of your mini journal, or not mini journal, mini file folder. Sorry, I want to say mini journal, and that is because we just got done doing a mini journal. So I know it would make more sense if I went off and did my other Muppet journals at the same time, but I find seeing different patterns of paper and all that jazz helps you to see the differences. In paper. Alright, so when I looked at this is 7.5 inches, which means if you want one side bigger than the other, I'm just going to do this at 4. So I don't have to cut anything down at 4 inches. Now this one I want to be a little extra careful in my bone folding, just because I got to think ahead of time which side I want bigger than the other. So we're going to measure this out, and it comes to a little under 7. We want this front half to be bigger or smaller than the back half. So this one, again, I'm going to probably do at 4 inches. But I want to make sure it folds the correct way and everything. 1. I know it's strange that I'm doing it so many times, but it does get thicker the more you add to it. And that doesn't look right in my mind. So I'm going to even cut it a bit shorter. If you think it looks a little off, cut it. It's a piece of paper. Not a big deal. The only reason why we have the cardboard on it is to make it look a little nicer. Does that look a little better? Less crooked. Alright. So I have these two set up, ready to go for the most part. Now I'm going to take my envelope punch board, and if you don't have an envelope punch board, you don't have to do this. It's easier for me. Try to get it pretty close to the middle. And it punches that out. Now I want my one piece to be about 2 inches here. And I cut that part out. And then I take my scissors and try to get it as straight as I possibly can. And voila, we got our lovely little envelope folio going here. Or envelope file. Mini envelope. Oh my goodness. So this one, I think I want it to be on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it this way so I can line it up the way I want it. Make it about 2 inches. And push down again. And we got that going. And again, I'm probably going to want to cut this off. Now, you can try doing it this way too. Now, this is my way of making it. I mean, other people I'm sure have other ways of doing the exact same thing. This is my way. This is how I figure it out. Now I'm going to distress all of it. Again, I know some people are into distressing, some people are not. But this is personally what I like to do, is make it distressed looking as much as I can. Did the blacks help, Bella? There we go. And I have like huge chunks. Okay, I'm going to replace this pad quick because that bad. There's like a huge chunk just came off it. which is fine. Happens. That's when you grab a new pad and use that. And I know it looks like it's barely making any color onto this cardboard, but it does make enough color where you can see a little differentiation there. It's a little darker, not much, but a little bit. Enough where you can see it. Now, you have choices on how you're gonna put this in your journal. Me personally, I like the way they look, and I like the writing space. Now, I did set it up where you can glue 3 sides here and put it on a page and make it into a pocket that folds down. You could easily glue just this side and this side, and that's why I kind of chose 4.5, is because then you can use it as that. Or you can also, because I personally like this little idea of mine, I like paper clipping it. If I take a paper clip, and then we can, again, take a page and just paper clip it onto the page. And this top part of the file folder will actually kind of hang off the top of your pages. It's just an idea. Or if you have it sideways, you can go off and do it that way. Or you can just stick a paper clip on, just to stick one on, like I have. And you can stick it in a corner pocket. For example, like this. This corner pocket, for example. This would work perfect for a corner pocket, just to sit inside it. So that's actually what I'm thinking I'm going to do with this one. I have flattened it out quite a bit though compared to what it was before, so I might just leave it kind of plain-ish. And again, stick it in this corner pocket, and I have something in my corner pocket easily made. So there are the mini file folders. I'm thinking we should decorate this one though. Just a little decoration. I have some of these little clusters here and just want to see if any of these would work well for what we're using. I don't really like how thick them clusters are. All right. For this project, what else could we do? We could add one of our postage stamps that we made together, like this one. That would be kind of cute on there. I think that's what I'm going to do. So earlier this week we made one of these, and again, I'm just trying to use what I have in materials. Oh my gosh, this is like fizzing out now that I refilled it. This is just dried baby wipe here, but it works. All right. Now I easily have this lovely little piece here, and I'm just going to glue it down. If it wants to come down, come out. At the moment. Sorry, I'm looking at my glue, trying to get some of this out. It really don't want to come out of my Sugar Bells bottle here. I've never had issues with this until recently. Now all of a sudden it seems to like never want to work. And again, I'm just going to take some paper baby wipe there and have that go there. So again, it makes it a little jazzed up. Now this one I kind of want to jazz up, but I want to just add a little tiny stamp in there. I'm wondering if I have one that I really want to use. Yes. So, and I have this pink flamingo pink here. And yes, I'm just stamping a butterfly across the page. Just to give it a little more life. I just took, again, my Distress ink and stamp to decorate this one. So this one is even less decorated than the last one, but enough. And there's a tiny pink butterfly on the top. So there they are. I hope you enjoyed this lovely video and have a great day or night. Bye.